Okay, just wanted to wrap up on a summary for the inspection for this property. Very simple actually. As we walk around, just going to walk you around real quick so that you can get an idea of what we have. Okay, the water meter comes in at the front left corner here. There's 2 meters in there. One of them is the potable water for the house. The other is a reclaim meter for the sprinkler system. So there's 2 water meters, which is a good thing. The reclaim meter, the benefit of that is you do not have to pay for wastewater when you use the sprinklers. And another nice feature that they actually did, just to give you a heads up, is they ran a hose bib or an extra hose bib that seems to be on the reclaimed water system, which is this one right here. Okay, as I walked around, I took a good look closely about the geometrical shape of the roof. That was probably the first thing that I noticed. Is you have what's called a hip roof. It's a roof with 4 planes. Okay, and as you kind of back up video-wise, you can see that's a front of the house, and you'll see all angles in the home inspection report, the photographs that we took that show that each side has a roof plane, not a gable. Your neighbor to the right of you, you see the triangular shape above the garage there? That's a gable. You do not have one of those on this house. Insurance companies like that because buildings like this do very, very well when it comes to skirting wind. So that's a good thing. Now the water meter I told you is the front left side of the building. Here in the garage above the water heater, this valve right here is your main shutoff valve. So your water meter is at the front left corner, to the left of the driveway apron. Your main valve is right here above the water heater. There's 2 valves, so be careful. One of them is this one. This shuts the water supply off to the water tank. That's required. But this one, more importantly, will shut the water off to the distribution system inside the house. You want to remember where that is in case you have any problems. Now naturally, while we were in here, you can hear the sound of the washing machine going. We ran the washer and dryer, okay, and we checked for leaks and things like that. Let me give you a quick walk around the building so that you can see what you have. One of the nice things about this particular building is the person who owned it previously has installed gutters around the whole perimeter. So the water's being controlled. The grade seems to be sloping away in a positive direction. That's a good thing. As we walked around this side of the house, let me point out some things to you real quick. This is your main service disconnect panel. Your main breaker's in there. You're going to see photographs of the panel cover removed in your inspection report. Everything there is in good condition. Also on this side of the house, which happens to be the east side, is the sprinkler timer panel, okay? The rain sensor for the sprinkler, backflow preventer, and valves. All of these things are located on the east side of the house. And as we walk around, your dryer vent is also on the east exterior wall. The air conditioning unit's located on the same side of the building here. A couple of things that I pointed out in the inspection report I want you to be aware of. They're important. Number one, the air conditioning's from 1999, so we know that you should be budgeting for replacing that sooner rather than later. How long will it last? We don't know. Did it perform today? Yes, it did. Did everything as far as the numbers that came back to me look good today? Yes, it cooled well and it heated well. Some of the improvements you're going to see, some maintenance. One, I don't like the condensation line being below grade here. This opens up the opportunity for this line to become obstructed and then potentially cause water damage inside. Now there is water staining inside, and it is possible that this line has been obstructed in the past, and that may be why it's been dug up. So I would have somebody rework this, maybe get it above ground, maybe get it to rest on the hurricane slab here, right next to the condenser unit, so that you can see it's clear and it's free of debris and obstruction. Another repair is going to be the insulation around this suction line. This really should be fixed because you're losing cooling there if it's not insulated properly. Looking around the rest of the building, I mean, this building has been painted. It looks like it's been maintained very, very well. And you can see for yourself just from the video here that we don't really have any real concerns on the exterior, which is a rare thing in Central Florida. It's unique to have somebody actually do the maintenance on a building this well. So that's your outside perimeter. Also, the roof shingles, I wanted to talk to you about that. Now, some maintenance is needed. I've got some granular loss in some areas and things like that. A nail pop in the front, maybe there was a plumbing vent on the west side here that had some damage. But what I would recommend that you do is do the maintenance. As far as the shingles are concerned, yeah, they're older, but I'm going to give them 2 to 4 years before you really start to have to worry about it, because they're in pretty good shape, and there's not active leaking that I was able to see here while I was here today. and there's no evidence of a massive or previous problem that someone fixed or quick fixed or anything like that. So that's encouraging news considering the roof is from 1999. Okay, and as we walk around back to the garage, I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things in there so that you can have an understanding of what they are. Okay, one of the repairs you're going to see in the air conditioning section is just the fact that we have typical, there's the water staining I mentioned earlier. Now this is dry right now, but with the way the condensation line terminates at the exterior, my concern is that during warmer months when the air conditioner is being used regularly, I don't want to see it back up on you. So that's why I'm recommending you have someone service it now. Get ready for those warmer months. Typical mold staining, these are things that you just clean up. They're pretty much in every unit that we see. The key is to keep them under control so that they don't eventually affect air quality, and that's an important part of this. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you about is here at the sub panel. These are not labeled correctly. There's a couple of things that I noticed that were wrong. Like for example, this breakers number 6 and 8 say dryer. This is actually the water heater. So what I would recommend that you do is just double check these labels, especially if you're going to be renting this home out as an investment property, because you'll want the tenants to have access to the correct information. So that's the only thing that I had. Inside the panel, there's one wire. I don't remember the breaker number. I will log it in the inspection report, where I saw some discoloration, but temperatures are normal now. So my recommendation is just have an electrician remove the discolored area and just strip it and reconnect it. It doesn't seem to be overheating or causing any problems at this time. Water heater was replaced in 2008. This installation is very well done. I've got no issues. The water heater is doing what it's supposed to. Whirlpool is a good brand, so I don't expect you to have any water heater problems in the near future. We talked about the washing machine and dryer. I might recommend that you lubricate the garage door, all the rollers and moving parts, just because it's operating properly, but it's a little loud. That may be something you want to consider. Now as we go into the house here, I just want to shut off some water because we've been running water for quite a while, and I haven't had any issues on the drainage side, and everything that we've been doing has been just making sure for long-term running water that things are doing okay. Now the toilet in this bathroom, this is the hallway bathroom, is loose, so we're going to recommend getting that serviced so that you don't have any problems with leaking from the wax ring, which is likely to occur if that gets ignored. And as we get into the master, okay, we're just going to shut this water off. We didn't really have any issues here. Simple things when we do these inspection reports, we want to make sure that we're as honest as we can be with you. The void here at the shower wall is something you'll want to caulk. It's a simple thing, but these are little things we always pay attention to. One of the pleasant surprises, I should say, about this house is how well maintained it is. Interior areas look very good. There's only a couple of items inside we'll mention, like you can see a crack here at the master bedroom ceiling at the southeast corner, and that's not anything that appears to be problematic. This section of the attic is vaulted, and there's not a lot of room up there, so that's a lot of heat. And what happens is when you get the heat above there and the cool air from the air conditioner inside, sometimes the dimensional changes in the materials can cause cracks at the weakest points, which are the seams. In the kitchen, we ran all the appliances. The refrigerator seems fine. The range seems fine. The microwave seems fine. The disposal seems fine. The dishwasher leaks at the bottom right-hand corner, so I'm going to have that logged for you so that you know that. You'd want to get that repaired before somebody starts using it regularly. Overall, I would say this house is in excellent condition, and in the near future, I think you ought to be budgeting for the replacement of the air conditioning unit. It's working right now, but statistically, the age is against it, and there are some telltale signs of aging there, like some rust at the coils and things like that. When I opened it up, I looked inside, and that's what we saw, and you'll see pictures in the report of that. So if you have questions, give me a call, but I'm thinking that this overall is going to be a good property for you. Thank you. Have a good day.